Hamza's heart sank as he walked out of the bank. The loan officer's words still echoed in his mind. "We're sorry, but your application has been rejected." This wasn't the first time. For years, Hamza had applied for business loans with dreams of starting something meaningful, but each time the answer was the same: rejection. At 35, he felt like a failure. His friends were advancing in their careers, buying homes, and building families, while he was stuck in a cycle of underpaid jobs and mounting frustration. That day, sitting on the curb with the rejection letter in his hand, Hamza whispered to himself, "Maybe I don't need their money to build my future." That thought became the seed of his transformation. The turning point. Instead of chasing another loan, Hamza made a decision: he would rebuild his finances from scratch. He started by auditing his own life. Where was his money going? What could he cut down? How could he use what little he had more effectively? He canceled unnecessary subscriptions, cooked at home, and sold items he no longer needed. Slowly, he began saving. The progress was small but consistent. Each week his savings jar grew heavier, and so did his belief that he could take control without relying on banks. Learning before earning, Hamza realized that money wasn't his biggest obstacle, knowledge was. He had been chasing loans without understanding how to manage or multiply money. So, he turned his evenings into a personal classroom. He devoured free online courses on personal finance, read books on investing, and listened to podcasts by successful entrepreneurs. Instead of scrolling aimlessly, he spent his nights learning about budgeting, compound interest, and the power of starting small. The more he learned, the clearer it became. Wealth wasn't about big loans, it was about smart habits. The first investment. After a year of disciplined saving, Hamza had built a small emergency fund. For the first time in years, he felt financially secure. Then he made his first real investment, not in stocks or real estate, but in himself. He enrolled in a professional certification course on financial planning. The fee felt like a risk, but he reminded himself, the best investment is the one you make in yourself. The course gave him not just knowledge, but confidence. Soon, friends and coworkers began asking him for advice on budgeting, savings, and investments. Hamza realized he had something valuable to offer. Turning knowledge into impact, Hamza started small, offering free financial literacy workshops at community centers. His sessions were simple but practical, teaching families how to budget, clear debts, and save for the future. People loved his relatable style. Word spread, and soon he was invited to speak at schools and small businesses. What started as voluntary work turned into paid workshops. Hamza reinvested the earnings into building a personal brand, designing a website, and creating educational materials. The same man who once begged banks for a loan was now teaching others how to manage money without depending on loans. The birth of a mentor. As his reputation grew, Hamza launched Hamza Financial Mentorship, a program designed to help individuals take control of their finances. He introduced one-on-one coaching, group workshops, and even an online course. Within 3 years, Hamza's mentorship program had hundreds of clients. He wasn't just making money, he was creating impact. Families learned to escape debt, young professionals started investing, and small businesses became more financially disciplined. Hamza often reflected on the irony. The banks that once rejected him now invited him as a guest speaker for their financial literacy events. The transformation. Standing in front of a seminar hall filled with eager learners, Hamza felt a deep sense of fulfillment. The man who once sat hopelessly with a rejection letter was now shaping financial destinies. His personal wealth grew steadily, but more importantly, his influence multiplied. He became a respected voice in his community, proving that rejection isn't the end, it's just redirection. Lessons from Hamza's journey. Hamza's story is full of lessons for anyone facing financial roadblocks. 1. Rejection isn't final. A closed door often pushes you toward the right path. 2. Start with what you have. You don't need loans or large capital. Discipline and small steps matter most. 3. Invest in knowledge. Skills and financial literacy create long-term wealth. 4. Turn struggle into service. Use your experience to help others. It can become your greatest asset. 5. Wealth is mindset first. True financial freedom starts with how you think, not how much you earn. Hamza's journey shows that financial freedom isn't built on borrowed money, it's built on resilience, knowledge, and courage. If you're holding a rejection letter today, don't see it as failure. See it as an invitation to build your own path. Because sometimes, the biggest no in your life can lead you to your greatest yes.